Hi everyone, my name is Salasi, and this is my wife Hazel. We both from Ghana, and this is our little one Yom Shinhe.
Yeah, so we have been in GEM and in Korea for 3 years now. We came to GEM in 2023, and I came in April, and he joined in November 2023. As a matter of fact, GEM has been like a family and very supportive. As foreigners, when you come to a foreign land without knowing their culture, without knowing anyone, joining GEM felt like home. So we enjoyed every bit of GEM. We enjoyed their support, their love, their care. And today we have 4 questions to answer. We've been given 4 questions to answer.
So, question number 1. Can you briefly share your faith journey as a couple?
Yes, so regards to sharing our faith as couples, before we actually came to Korea, I was in Ghana and my husband was living in Dubai, Abu Dhabi for that matter. And as a matter of fact, coming to Korea and being together has really strengthened our Christian faith and our spirituality. I'm saying this in terms of we being away from each other due to time difference, due to busy schedules. It was difficult for us to actually come together to do things that we want to do in terms of spirituality. For instance, time to pray together, time to share the word together, and sometimes having limited time to talk. But coming to Korea, since we are all under the same roof, it strengthened us to be able to wake up at dawn, to pray together, to share the word together. And the most interesting thing is sometimes when we go to church and pastor shares a word, we come home and we sometimes discuss further or we argue or debate about that. And that has been very interesting. So meditation, praying together, studying together has really strengthened our faith much better. In addition to that, I would also say that Korea has also strengthened our faith, making us know that we have each other. Sometimes as foreigners, you go through challenges, you go through difficulties or difficult moments, but it made us realize that we have each other, we are not alone, and most of the times we are able to sail through challenges and difficult times together. So I would say as couples, Korea has really strengthened our faith for the better. Our second question, did your faith change after moving here? In what ways?
Yes, my faith really changed after moving to Korea because way back in Abu Dhabi, I was in Abu Dhabi for 4 years working before moving to Korea, and I might say my Christian life has really improved when I moved to Korea because way back in Abu Dhabi, even though there are churches in Abu Dhabi, it wasn't like here in Korea. Because the Gem family, when I came in, the Gem family took, and they have been very good. They have been very supportive, and it's been amazing.
Yeah, so what I can also add to it is that honestly, he coming to Korea has been a blessing in terms of spirituality. His faith life has really increased. And we know as Christians, sometimes you feel reluctant, you feel weak. You feel reluctant to even go to church and other things. But because we are all here, days that he's reluctant not to go to church, I tell him, if you don't go to church, then I'm leaving the baby with you. I'll go. So because of that, he's like, okay, then let's all go. Or at times I'm like, why are you not going to church? We have to go. We'll close very soon. So sometimes having each other in Korea, we are able to encourage each other. It's times where we are all feeling feeble. Yeah, so I think him being in Korea as compared to Abu Dhabi, his faith life has really deepened, of which we are so grateful to God.
How did struggles here in Korea affect your spiritual life?
Yeah, so honestly, coming to Korea, we've had some few challenges. If not much, but we've had some few challenges. In terms of, okay, so when I came to Korea, I came as an international student, and I think 5 months into Korea, I noticed I was pregnant. And Actually, I was so scared. But when I went to tell my dean about it, I thought he's going to say that, okay, go home and give birth and come back, or just go home. But when I went to tell him, he said, stay here and give birth. And I was so surprised, because I would just say, God, why did you let this happen? You know that I'm here to improve and all these things. And he was the one who actually helped process my husband's document to come and join us, because he said that he needs to be here. And through it all, fortunately or unfortunately, let me say unfortunately, it can't be fortunate. So unfortunately, we lost the baby. And it was very difficult, honestly, because as a student putting to birth, not knowing the system here with childbirth and all those things, it was, in fact, challenging. But through it all, I felt God showed up through our struggles, because we were wondering how we were going to survive with a child and all those things. But God came through for us. Even with the burial, we had our church GEM community coming through for us. And that was when I realized that getting a land to bury a child was very expensive. It was over 2 million won. But the church actually took it upon themselves. I mean, the Korean church in totality, let me say the church as a whole, took it upon themselves to actually give us a burial ground, because the church had a cemetery for us to bury our child. And I mean, they supported us financially, spiritually, psychologically, in various ways. They even went to the extent of contacting the hospital to find out what really happened, because they felt it was negligence and all those things. But through it all, through our struggles, it made us realize that God has been with us. And we realized that God has been with us through it all, honestly. So we are grateful. We are extremely grateful to God. Our fourth question: when everything felt uncertain, how did God show his grace to our family?
Okay. Yes, when everything fell uncertain, and as a couple living far away from our family, and here in Korea, we do not know what to happen next. And at times, things are very difficult. We don't know whom to follow upon. But we know we have God, and we try to go to Him and then ask for answers. So I might say, well, God has been good. God has been really, really good to us. And also, I would say GEM family, I'll keep on saying GEM family has been very, very grateful, very, very good and marvelous to us.
Yeah, so life is mostly about uncertainty, and Korea is no exception. So when we came here, most of the times, I mean, we have been challenged. Sometimes it could be financially, and I mean, a whole lot. But we realized that from nowhere, God has always been there. God has, in terms of jobs, in terms of support, in terms of finances, even giving birth to Shine. In fact, you were wondering, I was like, can I take care of this infant? And her being one, I look at her and I'm surprised. I'm like, how was I able to do it? Because in our home country, when you give birth, there's always the family to support you, to take care of the child, for you to be going about your duties. But here it's not like that. But God has been there. God has been faithful. God has been, in fact, He has showed Himself strong. And through uncertainty, we have seen the power of God, and we are very grateful.
And I also want to add that when we gave birth to Shine, I was thinking, how are we going to do this? Because when I go to work, here in Korea, if you don't go to work, you are not being paid. You are not going to get anything. So my wife has given birth, and we are here alone, without our family, and that means I have to leave my job and then take care of my wife and the baby. So thinking about all those things, I say, God, how are we going to do all those things? But God has been so amazing to us. God has been so amazing. Sometimes, like my wife said, we'll be there, a lot of gifts will be coming. People will be coming out with a lot of gifts, support, and everything.
Words of encouragement,
yes,
prayers.
So
in fact,
it's
yes,
really, really
God
good.
has been there.
We are grateful to everybody.
And
Thank-
also, it didn't make us feel the absence of our family so much. Yes, because I mean, God has made us know that He is there for us, and when you rely on Him through it all, through the uncertainties, He is always there. Yes.
So we thank God, we praise God for everything, and we want to also say thank you to Jem, thank you to
Yeah.
the family, and we are so much grateful.
We are so grateful. We
So much, so
appreciate the
much
love,
grateful.
support. We thank God for all that He's done. Continue to do, and to Jem, we love you so much.
Much.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes, say bye
Bye-bye.
bye. Bye.